Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make the Star Wars logo. Oh, and by the way, just in case you have any more logo related needs or any Star Wars related needs, feel free to check out the card system and the links below down in the description, and you might find some playlists and some videos that you might appreciate. Moving on, if you want to make the logo, here's what you're going to need. You will need some yellow stained clay, and grab some yellow wool. Also grab dark blue wool, and you might also want to grab some cyan wool as well. So once you have each one of those four materials right there, and once you've figured out where you want to make it, I'll be making it right here, you're going to want to kick off your logo with a single dark blue wool on the floor. Then from that dark blue wool, do an up left diagonal, and go up on top of that diagonal by 1. Then do an up left diagonal, and go up by 1. Then do an up left diagonal, and go up by 2, 1, 2. Then do an up left diagonal, and go up by 11, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Then go right of this 11th block by 6, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then, starting from this 6th block, you want to do 4 up left diagonals. So the first one will be here, then 2, 3, 4. Then go up on top of that 4th up left diagonal by 2, 1, 2. Then do 3 up right diagonals, so that's 1, 2, 3. Then go right of this 3rd up right diagonal by 37. That's right, guys, that's 3, 7, 37. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. And once you have your row of 37, I'll pause a moment. Once you have your row of 37, you then want to do 3 bottom right diagonals. So that's 1, 2, 3. Then go down from that 3rd bottom right diagonal by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then do 2 bottom left diagonals. So that's 1, 2. Then take this 2nd bottom left diagonal and go right of it by 6, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then go down by 10, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then go left by 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then from this 4th block do 4 bottom right diagonals. So the first one will be here, guys, and then 2, 3, 4. Then go down by 2, 1, 2. Then do 3 bottom left diagonals. So that's 1, 2, and number 3 should connect with the floor. And once you have placed that 3rd bottom left diagonal, you then want to go left of it. And you want to continue to go left until you connect all the way back to where you first started. And it might take a little while because we've traveled quite the distance, guys. So what you kind of want to end up with is something that should look a little bit like this. And this is basically just the outline. God, that looks like a really malformed burger or something. And this is going to be the outline that our Star Wars sits in. As you guys know, it's either like black or blue, and we just kind of have like in yellow letters, Star Wars, star on top, Wars on the bottom. Once you've reached this point right here, this is what you want to do next. So we're going to take care of the Wars part first, and then we'll do Star. So take out your yellow stained clay and come all the way down to the bottom left hand corner of your logo. Literally on top of this first dark blue block that we placed right here, you want to do 2 yellow clay going up. 1, 2. Then do an up left diagonal. Then place 1 on top. Then do an up left diagonal, and place 2 on top, 1, 2. Then do an up left diagonal, and place 5 on top, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then go right by 3, 1, 2, 3. Then down by 3, 1, 2, 3. Do a bottom right diagonal, followed by an upright diagonal. and go up by 3. 1, 2, 3. Then right by 2. 1, 2. Then down by 3. 1, 2, 3. Do a bottom right diagonal, followed by an upright diagonal, and go up by 3. 1, 2, 3. Then go right by 3. 1, 2, 3. Then go down by 5. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then do a bottom left diagonal, and go down by 2. 1, 2. Then do a bottom left diagonal, and go down by 1. Then do a bottom left diagonal. Go down by 1, left by 2, 1, 2, up by 1, do an up left diagonal, followed by a bottom left diagonal, go down by 1, left by 1, and what you should end up with is something that should look exactly like this. And you guys might recognize this is the W in your wars. What we now have to do, guys, is take out our dark blue wall, and we want to come all the way down to the bottom right hand corner of our W, and going right of this block right here, do 2 dark blue going right. 1, 2. Take out your yellow stained clay again, and do 1 yellow stained clay. Place 1 on top. Then do an upright diagonal. 1 on top. Do an upright diagonal, and place 2 on top. 1, 2. Then do an upright diagonal. Got there in the end. And place 2 on top of it. 1, 2. Then do an upright diagonal, and place 1 on top. Then do an upright diagonal, and go right of that upright diagonal by 3. 1, 2, 3. Then do a bottom right diagonal, and go down by 1. Then do a bottom right diagonal, and go down by 2. 1, 2. Then do a bottom right diagonal, and go down by 2. 1, 2. Then do a bottom right diagonal, and go down by 1. Do a bottom right diagonal, go down by 1. Then left by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then do an up left diagonal. Go up by 1, then do an up left diagonal. Go left by 1. Now, on top of these 2 blocks that we have right here, guys, stack 2 rows of 2 yellow wool, like this. 1, 2. On top of that yellow wool, stack 2 rows of 2 yellow clay. 1, 2. Like that. What we then want to do with our yellow clay, continuing on, we just want to come down here where we have these 2 yellow stained clay, I should say. They look orange. And you want to, from this block right here, do a bottom left diagonal. Then go down by 1. Then do a bottom left diagonal, and go left until you connect back to where you first started, to give you something which should look like this. And this is obviously the A in the wars. And those 2 by 2 squares of thingies. Oh my god, guys, I'm blanking so hard on these materials. It's because it's orange, it's not yellow. The 2 by 2 square of yellow stained clay is like the center of the A. Let's continue on, guys. So, come down to the bottom right hand corner of the A of your Star Wars, and going right of the bottom right hand corner, just do a single dark blue wall. Then, right of that, place a yellow stained clay. On top of that yellow stained clay, go up by 12. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Then go right of that 12th block by 6. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then do 2 bottom right diagonals. So that's 1, 2. Then go down by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then do 2 bottom left diagonals, so that's 1, 2. Then do a bottom right diagonal. And go right of that diagonal by 7, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then do an upright diagonal, followed by 4 up left diagonals, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. On top of that 4th upper left diagonal, go up by 2. 1, 2. Then do 2 up right diagonals. 1, 2. Go to the right of that 2nd upright diagonal until you connect to the outline of your Star Wars. You then want to take the block that connects and go down from it by 3. 1, 2, 3, once again hitting the outline. Then take this third block and go left of it by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then go down by 1. Then do 4 bottom right diagonals, so that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4. Then go down by 2. 1, 2. Then do 2 bottom left diagonals. 1, 2. Then take this second bottom left diagonal and go left of it by 13. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. You then, from this 13th block, want to do an up left diagonal. Then go left of it by 1. Go up by 1. But also go down 1. The block that you go down 1 with, connect back to the start of your R. That's an R, by the way. Once you've done that, you now want to come to the... Actually, don't do that. Where we have this block pointing upwards that we just placed, take out your yellow wool and go up on top of it by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then go up by 3 with your yellow stained clay. 1, 2, 3. Extend each one of those 3 blocks to the right by 1. But also take this middle block that you've extended and extend it to the right by a further 1. This is what you want to end up with, and this is quite obviously the RS in the wars, and that actually completes the bottom half of the logo. Of course, we still have to fill this thing in, but hey, I'm an optimist, always looking on the bright side. Once you've got that taken care of, guys, we can now focus on the star part of this. So, come all the way up to the top left-hand corner of your logo. You're literally looking for this block right here. You guys can see the one, it's right at the top left-hand side. What we want to do going right of this block right here is we want to start off by doing a row of 17 yellow stained clay. So that's 17. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. We then want to go down from this 17th block by 3. 1, 2, 3. Then left by 3. 1, 2, 3. Then down by 9. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then left by 3. 1, 2, 3. We then want to go up by 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then left by 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then down by 1. Then do 4 bottom right diagonals. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then go down by 2. 1, 2. Then do 2 bottom left diagonals. 1, 2. Then go left until you hit the outline, like that. Take the block that hit the outline and go up by 3. 1, 2, 3. Then go right by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do an upright diagonal. Then do 4 up left diagonals. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go up by 2. 1, 2. Then do an upright diagonal. Everything being well, you should connect all the way back to where you first started, and we have the stir in our star now. Once you've got that taken care of, guys, this is what you want to do next. So come down to the bottom right hand corner of your T-shape. Take out your dark blue wool and do this. Going right of this bottom right hand corner of your T, do 2 dark blue going right. 1, 2. Then do an yellow stained clay, a yellow stained clay, not an yellow stained clay, and go up on top of that yellow stained clay by 1. Then do an upright diagonal, and go up by 1. Then do an upright diagonal, and go up by 2. 1, 2. Then do an upright diagonal, and go up by 2. 1, 2. Then do an upright diagonal, go up by 1, and do an upright diagonal. Then go right of that diagonal by 3. 1, 2, 3. Then do a bottom right diagonal, and go down by 1. Then do a bottom right diagonal, and go down by 2. 1, 2. Then do a bottom right diagonal, and go down by 2. 1, 2. Then do a bottom right diagonal, and go down by 1. Then do a bottom right diagonal, go down 1, left by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then do an up left diagonal. Go up by 1. Then do an up left diagonal. Go left by 1. Take each one of these 2 yellow stained clays and go up on top of them each by 2 with your yellow. 1, 2. Then do 2 rows of 2 yellow stained clay. 1 and 2. Like that. Then take out your yellow stained clay again and continuing on from this yellow stained clay block, do a bottom left diagonal. And go down from it by 1. Then do a bottom left diagonal. And go left until you connect hopefully back to where you first started, and you should end up with your A. All we have to do now is the R. Take out your dark blue wool again, come down to the bottom right hand corner of your A, and going right of this block just do a single dark blue. Then do a single yellow stained clay. Go up on top of that yellow stained clay until you hit the top of the outline, like that. Then take this block that hits the top of the outline and go right of it until you hit the outline again, the right hand side of the outline. Then from this block that hits it, you then want to do 2 bottom right diagonals. 1, 2. Then go down by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then do 2 bottom left diagonals. 1, 2. Then do a bottom right diagonal. And go right until you hit the outline. Then go down by 3. 1, 2, 3. Then go left by 7. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then do 2 up left diagonals. 1, 2. Go up on top of that second up left diagonal by 4 with your yellow wool. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then go up by 3 with your yellow stained clay. 1, 2, 3. Extend each one of those yellow stained clays to the right by 1. Then take this middle yellow stained clay and extend it to the right by a further 1. With your yellow stained clay, you now want to return it back down to this second up left diagonal and go down from that diagonal by 2. 1, 2. Then go left of that second block until you get all the way back to where you first started, and you should end up with your second R. Pretty much the same as the first R, except of course it isn't connected to anything. Once you've finished that second R, you should be left with your Star Wars. Da 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 da. I could go on, but I'm not going to. I'll save your ears. All we have to do now to complete our logo now, guys, is we have to fill in the Star Wars part with yellow, and then we have to fill everywhere else in with dark blue. Or do we? So this is a decision that you can make, guys. If you want to, and this is why we brought the cyan along just for fun, if you want to, we can kind of fill like the outer edges of this thing in with dark blue, and we can fill the center of it in with cyan wool. It'll make it look a little bit brighter, it'll make it look a little bit nicer, but if you want to, you could argue that it looks better just completely filled in with dark blue wool. I'm going to try with the cyan, but dark blue wool definitely does look good by itself. So I'm just going to hang in here with you guys. I'm going to fill this thing in with you just for the funsies, and then we can continue on. So there's nothing really to say other than, for this part at least, other than, you know, fill in all of the letters with yellow wool. We don't have to do anything else. There's nothing more to do with this point, or at least there's nothing... I'm sorry guys, my voice is killing me. There's nothing more like instructional that I have to do at this point onwards anyway, until we get to the cyan part. But what have you guys seen the trailer for episode 7 coming up? It's been out for quite a while now. It's coming up in December now. I'm making this video as of September. It's like mid-September. I don't know the date because I'm a YouTuber. YouTubers are kind of bad with time and dates and days of the week and everything else in between. Time management's a thing, but I'm really looking forward to this thing. This is such a weird complaint, but I'm slightly worried that it's not going to be violent enough. That's the only thing. I know that it's Disney now. I was kind of hoping that they kind of like go in a different direction. I was kind of hoping they might make it like ultra violent with like loads and loads of like lightsaber play and like loads and loads of combat and stuff. I'm kind of hoping Disney don't make it a little bit too PG, but I'm looking forward to it nonetheless. And I can't understand all of this. Hey, the first thing that came out of the trailer was like, what's that stupid lightsaber? That lightsaber looks like a sword. It's got a crossguard! Lightsabers don't have crossguards, whilst I think that that's kind of a really genius thing to put on a lightsaber. Apparently, like this movie, I'm not entirely sure what it's about. I know that there is a lot more information about the film out now. Like, I think that the whole plot's kind of there a little bit, and it's like between the Inquisitors and somebody else. But I've been purposely staying away from it because I kind of just want to enjoy it when it comes out. I don't want to read too much into it, but it's going to be fun. It seems as though that there's going to be some sort of like makeshift Jedis or some makeshift Sith out there making their own lightsabers, kind of amending them however they want, putting weird crazy contraptions on them. It's going to be really cool. I'm really looking forward to it. But as of now, we have filled in the Star Wars part with yellow, and it's looking pretty good. And like I said, you can, if you want to, fill the rest of this part in with dark blue wool. But what I'm going to do here is we're kind of going to go around the edge of the logo with our dark blue, and we're going to fill in like 2 rows, like going all the way around. If you guys can see kind of what I'm doing, it'll be easier to see on this part. So we're just going to fill in a little bit of dark blue going all the way around the edge, and we've got some at the top here. So we're just going to come out by 1, 2 with our dark blue, and like 1 and 2. And is there any more? We don't. Oh, we have a little bit on the side here, and like 1, 2. So we've kind of just come up with our dark blue. Oh, and there's underneath the R as well here, and that's 1, 2 here. So if you can see, we've kind of came in by like 2 all the way around the edges with our dark blue wool. And what we're now going to do, or at least what I'm going to do, you guys can do whatever, I'm now going to fill the center of this thing in with cyan wool. So we'll get rid of these 2 bits of dark blue that we used to construct the star, and then we'll fill in the center of it with cyan. It just makes it look a little bit brighter, a little bit nicer. Another color scheme for this, coming off of the movie for just a second, another color scheme for this is simply black and yellow. Just black and yellow. Like, the star part would be yellow, possibly filled in with black, like, you know how we have like what we've used yellow stained clay for, we would have used yellow for, and then like the center of them would have been filled in with black, and then the outline would be black, and everything would be black. Like, that's one configuration of this, but I kind of went with like a bit of a softer color palette. I kind of like this a little bit better. It's a little bit more cartoony, really, but I just think it looks a little bit nicer. But you could have just completely filled this thing in with like black and yellow if you wanted to, and that's a little bit more classic. But I kind of wanted this. This is kind of my deal here. I like this a little bit better. But I'm really looking forward to the film, guys. I'm really looking forward to it. I don't even know if there's like any recognizable characters in it. Like, is Luke gonna be in it? Is Luke Skywalker gonna be there? Is Jar Jar Binks gonna be around? Are any of the rebels gonna be around? Any of the rebels, are they gonna show up? Are any enemies going to show up? Is Darth Vader gonna be involved? Probably not, because this is set after like the 6th film, right? Darth Vader, unless he comes back. Is the Emperor gonna make a return? Did Palpatine survive? Is any kind of Wookiees, are they there? I don't know. I don't know who the main characters are going to be. I don't know if they've kind of like wiped the slate clean, like, are we getting a whole brand new set of characters, or are we going to get like family members? Are we going to get like Ben Skywalker? Like, are we going to get like Luke Skywalker's son? I don't know. It's going to be really cool. I'm really into it. I think I like the idea in the games of Star Wars a little bit more than the movies, but I think that we're going to get a really good one this time. But here we go, guys. This is what the logo looks like once it's been 100% filled in. And do you see what I mean? It looks a little bit more cartoony with the cyan, and if you wanted to make it look a little bit more serious, a little bit more classic, you could fill it in with dark blue, or even more so, if you wanted to redo it in black and yellow, then that's kind of your deal, although I guess you would have decided that at the start of this. So this is what it wants to look like once it's been 100% fully filled in, guys. Hopefully you like it, hopefully you've managed to make it, and hopefully you like Star Wars as much as I do. So thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will... Actually, what are we doing? There's plenty more to say. So, if you guys like this, if you would, give me a like, a favourite, a share, anything you'd feel like doing to help me out, guys. I can't miss that bit. I really need that bit. Feel free to check out the card system and the links below down in the description for all of my other various videos. I've done loads of Star Wars related builds, guys. I'm going to link some of those. I've done lightsabers, I've done characters from the series. I've also got my logo tutorials playlist, just in case you're kind of like a logo fanatic. I kind of am. And I guess that's it. Feel free to comment down below. Do you want to see anything more Star Wars related? Is there anything else you want to see? I did consider doing some more Star Wars statues. I did kind of feel like doing some more, but I stopped at like Yoda. And I think I may have made like a Luke Skywalker statue, and that might have been it. But I suppose that genuinely is it now, guys. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.